Welcome, boys and girls, to Poughkeepsie Public Library District, Adriance Memorial Library. My name is Miss Holly, and I was just about to head in and check out some books for myself with my library card. Here it is. Are you coming? Let's go. This way. Right through here. Okay, boys and girls, off the elevator we go, and let's go check out some books. All right, I'm in the children's room, and I already found a book and a movie that I want to watch in my free time when I'm not reading. So let's see. I've got this great book, Anya and the Dragon, and I love dragons, so that is definitely going in my bag too. And also Raleigh Jefferson's Awesome Friendly Adventure, which is new and I heard really good, so I'm going to do that for some of my summer reading. And then my movie, so I'm all set. I'm going to pack up, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what you can do for summer reading too. Okay, so Summer Reading 2021 at the library. The theme is Tales and Tales. So we're going to have prizes and programs and games that center around that theme. It's all going to be pretty exciting, and you can be a part of it too. For Tales and Tales, we're going to do our summer reading log where you come in and you read. So I'm going to show you the reading log right now. Here it is. So this will be what your reading log looks like, and these will be the stickers that you get with it. So you will read, and every 10 minutes you read, you'll put a sticker on, and when you fill up the sheet, you'll come back to the library with your sheet. You'll get it stamped, and then comes the good part. You'll be able to play Plinko and get a prize, and then also get a ticket to go in for a grand prize drawing at the end of summer reading in August. So here's our Plinko game. And these are the prizes that are down here. The way Plinko works here at the library is once you come in and drop your log off, you play Plinko and you put the coin in, and you watch where it drops. And wherever it drops is the prize that you get to pick for that day. And then before you leave that day, you'll get a new summer reading log and more stickers to fill it up. And also you'll get a ticket, and then you'll put your name and phone number on that, and that'll go in for our grand prizes. So I just want to give you a little sneak peek at the prizes that we're going to have for summer reading this year. Okay, so here are the prizes that go with playing the Plinko game. So here are keychains. You could choose those if you drop your coin into that. If you love candy, we have Pez candy. And then we also have these different puzzle cubes, so you could win that as a possibility. And then we also have different stuffed animals. So those are our Plinko game prizes. And then remember, I told you that you can come in and get a ticket also for completing a reading log, and that goes towards a grand prize drawing in August, right? So here are our grand prizes. A gumball machine maker that does 12 different experiments. We have kinetic sand for those of you that like to get messy, and the theme for this kinetic sand is ice cream treats. We have the Lego brick house, so you're building the book and then whatever comes inside of it. We also have a really awesome Nintendo Switch Mario Kart Live game that comes with a working remote control car that will show up on your TV screen. For those of you that love to draw, we have the 3D Doodler. And if you want to add to your bedroom or sleep outside under the stars during the summer, you can get your own teepee. That could be one of the grand prizes. Then we also have the Sneaky Chef cooking set for you, those of you that are aspiring chefs. And the last is the Sphero mini robot, which works off of your iPad or iPhone. You can control it and do races with it. You can bowl with it. So possibilities are endless there. These are the grand prizes for summer reading. Okay, so now just to go over what you can read for summer reading. It's the librarian in me. I cannot help it. So some of the things that you could read would be magazines. They count. Picture books for those of you that are younger or maybe are aspiring authors or illustrators. We have audiobooks, so listening to a book counts if you're going on vacation in the car or on a trip and you need something to listen to. We also have different nonfiction books, and I know Roblox are very popular, so we put that out for you guys. And over here we have fiction books. Jason Reynolds is one of my favorite elementary authors, so Ghost was a great story if you're looking for a suggestion. And then a lot of people love Raina Telgemeier, so the graphic novel Smile. You could also be reading biographies, and since our theme is Tales and Tales, we put out Laika the Space Dog. And then those of you that love Stick Dog and Captain Underpants, we couldn't let those go without a little show. So those are some different books that you can read, but don't forget the audiobooks count too. Magazines, it could be cookbooks, they all count towards your 10 minutes each time you read. Okay? Okay, so for summer reading, this is the Rotunda, which some of you already know because you get it mailed to your house, right? So in the Rotunda is all of our great performances coming up and programs and crafts and activities that we'll be doing for babies all the way up through adults, just so everybody knows. But right now I'm going to give you some insider information because this hasn't even been mailed home yet. So what we're going to do for summer is a huge summer reading kickoff, which will be on June 28th in the Adriance parking lot from 10 to 12 p.m. There is going to be a Bubble Mania bus with huge bubbles and lots of room to dance and pop them and chase after them. There'll also be a 24-foot climbing wall that you can give a try out. And during this time, there'll be some face painting. And then, of course, you can get yourself signed up for summer reading so that you can be a part of getting the prizes and earning lots of minutes for reading over the summer, which will make your teachers very happy. So summer reading kickoff is June 28th, and we're going to have 3 major performances that will be in July. And they are the 2x2 Zoo, which will come, which is a petting zoo. That's on July 13th. There's no registration. And July 27th, we have Leon Etienne come, who's an illusionist, and we had him last year. He's pretty phenomenal and does great magic tricks and illusions. That's July 27th, so there's no registration for that. You can just come to the library and be a part of it. And then August 11th is our last big performance, and that is Bubble Mania Comedy, and so there is registration for that. So your parents or guardian can call the library, or they can go on pokelib.org and then sign up under the calendar. We're also doing Battle of the Books for 5th to 8th graders, so that's for the older elementary kids. They read 7 or 8 titles over the summer, and they'll meet with Miss Jolie, who is our coach here at Adriance. She's fantastic with the kids. And then basically what you do after you read is you have a competition with the other libraries, and you battle it out kind of Jeopardy buzzer style and see who knows the most about those books and see who wins. So we're doing that, and if you have questions about that, you can call Adriance at 485-3445, and it's extension 3320 for the children's room, and just ask for Miss Jolie and she can help you get signed up for that. We're also doing Summer Saturdays, which is a new thing we're doing at Adriance this year, and each Saturday we're going to do something different. So to start off our Summer Saturday program, which will start in July, our first Saturday is going to be taught by Miss Allison and Miss Jolie, who will be doing different types of paper airplanes, how far they go and the different kinds that you'll be making. So that will be a really great Saturday. We're also going to be doing a sensory social. That'll be Miss Sandra, and she's going to be doing some messy art and different sensory activities and games, and it's a chance just to interact with other people. We're also doing yoga and mindfulness That's Miss Kathy and Miss Veronica. So you're going to be taking a yoga class, and then you're also going to be creating your own journals and making your own stress balls. So for those of you that like to get zen, that's a good Saturday to go to. We're also going to be doing reading to the dogs, since our theme is Tails and Tales, right? So you can sign up for a 10-minute slot to read to a dog. We're also going to be doing circus arts and high adventure. So that's Miss Angela and I believe Miss Martha. We're doing circus arts and high adventure, and that'll be hula hoop tricks. There's going to be the rock climbing wall again, juggling, and then there'll be someone using the aerial silks and doing tricks on that. So that will be a very cool Saturday. And then to close it all off, myself and Mr. John are going to do a hoedown line dancing block party where you can come in and just kick it up country style and try out some different country themed games. We're going to have face painting. Some book characters will be there if you want to get a picture with your favorite book character. We're going to do line dancing, and there'll be a lot more to that. So these are things that you want to look for, and make sure you set aside time for. If you look on pokelib.org, you can catch it on the calendar so you know what day to come. Okay, some of our offsite programs that we're going to do, which will be new this year, is we're going to be doing a hiking club for kids. So we're going to have 3 different places where you will meet me, and we'll do a little hiking in the morning. Walkway Over the Hudson is one, Vanderbilt Mansion, and then the Roosevelt Farm and Forest, which are the trails behind the Hyde Park Drive-In. So those of you that like to hike and get outside, that'll be something really cool to do. We're also going to be having soapbox derby car building, and that'll be, I think it's a 6-week session, and then we're going to have an actual race day where everybody gets in the cars they built, and then we have a race. So that'll be pretty exciting. We also have some other crafts and activities for elementary kids, such as learning about the bees, butterflies, and insects, and then you'll paint a colored butterfly. There's a whale of a tale, afternoon story time coming up. Cook up a story by reading the book Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and then you're going to make coconut macaroons. Recycled t-shirt craft, that'll be for tweens, so upper elementary. And then sand clay handprints. That'll be using sand and shells, so that'll be a nice artsy program. We're going to do an owl pellet dissection here at Adriance, but also there'll be another session at Boardman where you get to break apart the owl pellet and find the bones of what the owl ate, and then put that skeleton back together and find out what rodent it ate, so that'll be a fun program. All right, we're moving on to looking at the questions that you guys in the classes there have sent to us at the library. So we've been looking at these questions. We'd like to answer a couple since we can't get there to see you guys or have you come here right now. So we're going to talk about these, and let's see if we can answer some. So we have somebody that asked, can you make robots at the library? So I know for sure in some of our programs that we've done in the past, there's been Lego robotics done. We've also built different types of artsy robots out of different pieces. So yep, we do make robots here. Do we have an area for arts and crafts? We have separate programs that come on different days that the other librarians and I come up with, and it's something different every session. So we do have arts and crafts. They're usually on a set day, and elementary craft programs are and teen are actually usually from 4 to 5 p.m. in the afternoons, and they usually require registration. So that's something that you probably want to call the library once you get that Rotunda newsletter home and you see something in there that you want to do, like let's say sand clay handprints. You'll call us up and have your mom, dad, or your guardian register you for it. So we do have those. So somebody asked, I love this question actually, can we make our own books? And I would like to say that of course you can make your own book. So as someone that loves to read all different kinds of books, I would like you to feel always inspired that if there's something you think that you can write or illustrate and make your own book, you should do it. If you're asking if we have classes on it, I actually am not sure if we've ever had a class on making your own book, but that is a great idea, and I'm going to stash that away for another time. Do we have books about Star Wars? Yes, we do. Do we have the movie Tarzan? Yes. And if we don't have it, we have 66 libraries in the whole Mid-Hudson library system, which Adriance is a part of. So if there's something you can't find here, then most likely we can find it for you at another library and have them send it to Adriance where it might be closer for you to pick it up. So that is good news. Somebody asked, if you lose a book from the library, do you have to pay for it? That's a great question, actually. So generally, if you lose an item from the library, a book, a DVD or CD, if you find it and return it, it will lower your fines, right? And in the children's room, we have something called Read Away Our Fines, where every 10 minutes you read, you can get $1 taken off of your fines. So that's something great we have for kids. But if you lose the book and you can't find it ever, then we generally do have a fee that we charge just so that we can replace that book and get it back in our library. So yes, you would have to pay for it. Okay, so somebody else is asking a really great question, which is, how hard is it to get a pass for the zoo? So I love that this person knows that you can get a pass like that at the library. So just on a phone or iPad computer at home, you can go to pokelib.org, and right at the top of the page, there'll be a section, a tab called Books and More. And when you click on that, you can then see maps, which is museum passes under that. And you'll click in there and you'll see we have tons of passes for the family to different places. So the zoo is one of those places. You do need a working library card to do it, and it's good to have mom or dad or your guardian help you out with that. But you can definitely get a pass, and it is not that hard. When you look online, you're just going to reserve the day that you want. And of course, my little tip is to make sure that you put it for a day that place is actually open. But there's an alphabetical listing online under our museum passes of everything we have. We have a ton, so there's lots you can do this summer with your library card that's in the Hudson Valley and is free. Okay. Somebody else is asking about the passes. Do we have to earn the passes for museums or parks? No, you don't have to earn them, but you do need to have a working library card, and it generally needs to be an adult that's going to reserve the pass for you. So that's how that works. Do we have horror books? Yes, we have R.L. Stine, which is, those are great, I think, horror books. We also have nonfiction horror books. Do we have Legos? We do have Legos. They're not generally out for use, but we've used them for different elementary programs, for building different things that work. And Miss Jolie's done some really cool classes with that. Somebody's asking, how crowded is the library? Honestly, before COVID, we were very busy. And since COVID, it's been a little bit quieter. So if that's the kind of time you want to have at the library, come in and just do a little like quiet reading, or if you have some work to do or you want to look at books, busy or quiet, it's always a great time to come to the library. Somebody's asking if we have multiple copies of popular books and movies. Adriance is definitely a library that'll have multiple copies of things that are new and really popular, right? So we might have I think we have actually a couple of different copies of the Harry Potter series. So we have stuff like that, yeah. Do we have computers to use at the library? That's a great question. We do. We have a computer center where I think we have around 10 computers for the kids. And then we also, if you have younger siblings, we have 2 AW computers, which are for kids 1 to 5 years old. And to use our computers here, you need to have your library card, and have the barcode number on the back, and that's how you log into the computer and you make a password PIN, which most people that come in already have that, and then you can do what you need to do on the computer. Do we have books about running a restaurant? I love that question because my son is going to do that. We do have books about running a restaurant. We for sure have books about baking and cooking, and also cooking from different countries, like recipes that come from different countries. And I'm sure if we didn't have running a restaurant, that type of book in the kids section, I'm sure we could find it in teen or adult. How long can you keep a book? So books, you can check them out for 3 weeks at a time, so that's 21 days. And as long as it's not like a super popular book that other people have a hold on it and are waiting for it so that they can check it out next, we now have a new policy where those books will renew automatically on your card. So if you forget, oh no, my 3 weeks is up, I have to bring my book back, generally the books renew themselves, and then you get another 3 weeks. So that's a nice thing that we have now. Can we go on a field trip to the library? I think that's my favorite question. So hopefully pretty soon, I think we can have field trips and classes come in. We would love to see you guys again for class visits. We did that quite a bit. So yes, somebody's asking if we have dork diaries. Absolutely. So here's a great question. Can you use a card from a different library? So this is a good question, very in-depth. So you can use a card that comes from a different library if your card comes from a library that's in the Mid-Hudson library system. So, right, we said before, there's 66 libraries in the Mid-Hudson library system. If you got your card at LaGrange Library or Boardman Library, maybe you got it at Hyde Park Library, those cards work here. So as long as your card's from Mid-Hudson library system, then yes, you can use a card from a different library. Let's see. And so for, I think our last question, if you're not done with a book, can you bring it in and see if you can have more time? So if you're not done with a book, you don't even have to bring the book in. You can if you want to renew it with us, but you could actually go on your own account on pokelib.org. You'll see in the corner of the page, there's a My Account. You put your barcode in and your PIN, and you can go onto your own record and renew your items all by yourself. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can call at the library, 485-3445, and we'll let you know if you can have more time with the book. Generally, you can renew it, and then you'll get another 3 weeks, which is great. So I love ending on that question. So on that note, make sure that you get ready for summer reading. Don't forget to come to the kickoff on June 28th and sign up for summer reading to get your reading log and get started earning your minutes so that you can win prizes. And then make sure you come to our performances and programs. And until then, have a great rest of the school year, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.